we are doing an overview on the Blue Wildebeest. So let's start off with a little bit of history on this tractor. This tractor originally started out as an Agway GT 1846. 18 meaning the engine horsepower and 46 meaning the engine cutting deck width. It was trashed when I got it. I got this tractor for free. I wanted to find a transmission for my previous tractor, the Bull. I was looking for a manual to swap it over. So I came across this tractor on Craigslist for $50. So my dad called the guy up and he said we could have it for free if we could get it out of the mud. This thing was sunk in mud, so we had to hustle to try to get this thing out. The transmission was originally seized up, but later unseized. It was just rusted solid. The hood, it was trash. Even though I had a custom beer can holder, it was just a plastic cup taped to the hood. It was just trashed. It looks like some guy ran it into a tree because the guy said it did plenty of wheelies, so I think he did a wheelie and got out of control. So I bought this parts tractor, a Cub Cadet 1015, for parts from my previous build. This hood was on it and I didn't need it, so I decided to use it on this tractor. I used this tractor for one season to mow the grass. It worked very well, and the deck did not have much rust on it, just surface rust. So after that, the modern mowing season, we are getting a new lawnmower, so I started to tear the tractor apart. I'll now show you what I have done and what some future modifications will be. That will be last. So, starting off at the front, here's this 12-inch all-steam light bar. This came from Amazon. It's a good one. Good cheap bar for the money. I fabricated an angle iron structure to hold it up on the fiberglass hood. If it was just metal, I would have drilled 2 bolt holes there and it would have been good. But no, I had to build a whole angle iron frame. So then, move on to the bumper. This is a John Deere L110 bumper. Came off a John Deere. So I custom fabricated this winch mount and welded it on there. This is also just mounted to the chassis. Now moving on to the tires. These are 20 by 8 by 8 Carlisle Turf Savers on black rims. And the axle. This is a stock axle, just greased up and some new bushings in it. Moving on to the motor, and that's a 2,500 pound Badland winches, wireless. Moving on to the motor, it is pretty much a stock Briggs & Stratton motor, painted blue. This is Duplicolor BSP 207. I think it's metallic blue, midnight metallic blue. This is what the whole tractor is painted in, minus the subframe. This is Rust-Oleum gloss black. I painted the motor heat shields with that, as well as the air box. On the air box, it just has a stock air filter, but that's not for long. Everything else on it is pretty much stuff, besides the addition of a foot throttle, which we will get to that later, and the addition of custom straight pipe exhaust. As you heard in the beginning, it sounds pretty good. So as you can see, this tractor has pretty much a lot of wiring on it for the wireless winch and the multiple LEDs that are on it. Moving on to the dashboard. This is just the stock dashboard. It's trimmed to fit the hood. It has a custom push button start and a toggle on-off switch to kill the mower. It also has 2 auxiliary switches, one for the backlights and one for the LED light bar on the front. This chassis, as you can see, and the hook boards, is painted gloss black bed liner. It's actually more of a matte black, and this is a custom shifter I had to build. As you can see, the weld is not the best. That's because this is a cheap screwdriver from like the dollar store, and you can't weld to that if you've ever tried very well. So this is just a shifter with a piece of angle iron on it to convert it, because this transmission, to fit these big 26 by 10s mounted on 12-inch rims, these are Kenda Executioners. From what I can see, these tires are very good. They're 6-ply. They have a really nice lug on them and some good sidewall support on gloss black rims. So they look really nice on there. I had to lift the transmission up about 1.5 inches there, if you can see that, with some gloss black blocks. They weren't gloss black when I got them, but I had to weld washers on to hold them from slipping out there. Those are bolts to bolt the transmission on. This hook, that's to mount the hook. I have the hook, it's just not on there. So I had to build custom spacers. It took me like a day, a few hours to build. This frame, still the same color as the fenders and all that. It has 1 coat of primer, wet sanded, and 3 coats of color, and then 2 coats of clear. It comes up with a really nice shine, if you can see that. And this seat I bought a few days ago. It is pretty comfortable. It's a low back seat. I wanted that. I didn't want a real high back that limits your rocking capabilities to get it out of the mud. So yeah, this exhaust, these are chrome tips, and this is also, to go with chrome tips, a chrome foot throttle. It goes hand in hand with an exhaust. I wanted a foot throttle not only because hand throttles are bad and they don't limit, they just don't give you the full capabilities of your mower. So this is a custom foot throttle. This is a cable off a mini bike and a pedal. So what you can do, you just get these off eBay. They come with a nice rubberized cable in there, and you run it all the way to the carburetor. I could not get mine to work with the governor, which is okay because now it is ungoverned. If you do this, be sure not to rev your engine more than a few seconds at full RPM. So yeah, this transmission, now we'll be going over future modifications. This transmission is not locked, but I want to do that next winter after I try to test it out in the mud. These front tires, these are wide. I don't like how wide they are, and they don't have a lot of grip. As the name goes, turf savers. So I want to get some knobby ATV tires, 20 by 8 by 8. I also want to do something with the electrical, like maybe add like some little LED light bars, little LED lights, just like some blinkers or something to make it look cool. So yeah, that's the Blue Wildebeest. It's a 1986 Agway GT80 1846 that has been completely overhauled into a mud mower. I can't wait to test this out this spring in the mud and on the trails. So more videos for that, and see you next time on Jason's Custom House, where we'll be probably doing another modification for the Blue Wildebeest. And don't forget to come to the PA Farm Show January 9th at the PA Antique Tractor Farm Show. This tractor will be on display there. You can't miss it. It's a lot bigger than any other lawnmower. It sits about 4 inches higher than any other lawnmower, and it has real big knobby ATV tires on the back. So you can't miss it. Be sure to come see it. You won't miss it. See you then. Jason's Custom House. Bye.